Hi, this is Anthony.
And this is Adit.
We are from class 9C. We are here to talk about China and the opium war that they have. So, Adit?
What is opium war, Anthony?
Well, good question. Opium war is the war that China had with England. At that time, England sold many opium to China, telling them that this will make them better on a cold winter time. People in China agreed and they keep on using opium. What's opium?
What is opium?
Well, opium is some kind of drug. It's a drug that makes your body relaxed and very lazy. It helps warm your body, but it also helps to destroy your mind. It's not good at all for you. And by the way, at that time, China was having trouble because many of the soldiers, villagers, peasants, including the emperor, was very lazy. They keep on decreasing their economical because they cannot produce anything except just buying opium by trading with England. At that time, the emperor was very mad because then he realized that opium wasn't good for the country. He then go to the president of England and said that we do not want this. Then he ripped off the contract and said stop trading opium. But at the time, it was far too late. Many gold was already sent to England, and now that's why England is very rich in gold. And at that time, China was losing economically very bad.
Then what happened?
Well, the opium war stopped, and all the people then tried to rebuild the country. But at that time, then destruction strikes again, because the Japanese knew that all the China were already very weak. Then they do not take any regards and then attack them straight away with full forces and artillery. At that time, China was very weak and cannot do anything. The Japanese then took over and destroyed each and every one of them slowly by slowly.
Then what happened?
Good question, Adit. After that, many of the China then regrouped in one place. They all then go there and then they said that we must stop this. They all regrouped and charged Japan. At that time, Japan then fall and retreat to their base. And because of this, Japan and China together, they're not very equally friendly until even now. And because at that time, Japan, when then go back, then China knew that we are in very deep trouble. Then because of that, all of them, then start making economic increase by making iron and by producing gold, finding food, selling clothing and everything. So that's how the war ended.
Oh, so that was the war end. Do you know anything about China?
I know many things about China. Culture, agriculture, clothing, food, the people, and characteristics. Which one you want to know first, Adit?
The food.
You're feeling kind of hungry, aren't you? Well, China is very famous for dim sum. It has been China's tradition since old days. Dim sum is called a food which is placed in a piece of wood. The food is very small dumplings which you can eat in one gulp. China is very good at making this and very functional. You know what? China never spares anything from their food. They eat everything from the meat to the brain of the food, like cow brain, and believe it or not, to the testicles itself. So, what do you want to know more about China?
Culture.
Wow, culture. China has a very good culture. Their culture is about praying. At that time, they pray to dojos and all those stuff to pray to their god. China's religion is Buddha at that time, and they have a very good place called Tiananmen Square, Imperial Palace, and Singing Garden, and all the beautiful stuff. All those beautiful stuff is from the old kingdom they have from the 100 years to 200 years ago, believe it or not.
Oh, I see. Can you tell me more about China?
Well, what do you want to know? How about the people?
Sure.
Well, China, all China. In the old days, China was very strict. They do not want any Western thing come to them. So, and at that time, they produce their own clothing. The clothing that China wear has to be suitable and not restricted. And remember, they're not Western at all. The clothing is sometimes near to kimono, which is a long shirt for all women, and the men, they actually just wear normal clothes or just naked in the top of the body. And because of today, is very modern, China do not follow the rule about Westernese anymore. Because of their Westernese stop, China has want all trading things to go to them, so to import stuff like fancy clothing, fancy jeans, and all those glasses and hats China could wear.
No jeans?
Yeah, jeans.
Wow.
Do you know why China economic is increasing until now and it's one of the best economics? Well, let me tell you. Because China is now very, very, very good. Because the new president, the old president called Deng Xiaoping, he created China to be a trade source. So all trading source must go into China. Because of that, China then received a few funds and they could regroup their country to make stronger and increase their economic far, far better. And because of that, until now, China is still a trading economic place and a very, very best industry. I want to know about agriculture.
I want to know about agriculture.
Agriculture? Well then, sure. The agriculture is a lot, including the palace that the Emperor Cixi lived, the singing garden, and everything. Well, not really, but the agriculture is a lot. But the most important one is the Imperial Palace and the singing garden. So, do you know enough about China now?
Yeah.
Including the wars and all that stuff?
Yep.
Any more questions?
No.
Or you don't think so? Well then, thank you for listening to our presentation. That's me and Adik. Thank you.